Hello, and welcome to Mr. Brasser's Classroom. I'm Dave Brasser. I currently teach Algebra 2, Honors Algebra 2, and Trigonometry and Precalculus. This is my 11th school year here at West Michigan Aviation Academy, so I've been here since day one, so I've been here for a good amount of time. I just recently got married. I got married this past July to my lovely wife. Some of you may know her if you have some students that have been here in the past. She was the teacher. Her name was Miss O'Brien. Now her name is Mrs. Brasser. But we got married this past July, and we've been enjoying this honeymoon phase for the past 2-ish months or so, even though didn't get to have like an official honeymoon this year with everything going on. But yeah, this is my 11th year here. I used to teach physics as well. I graduated from Calvin College, now Calvin University, back in 2010, so I've been here for a good amount of time since then. But yeah, let's take a look at some specifics for your class. As you may already know, WAMA switched over to using Canvas instead of things like Google Classroom for this year, and Algebra 2 is no different. So here's what Algebra 2 page looks like when you first open it up. Now, it's not the most visually interesting. That's something I'm hoping some students can help me with because I don't really have much artistic ability. But it's got the important information on here. So we've got my name, Algebra 2 Brasser. Oh, I need to change that. We'll fix that later. So we've got an email address, so if you ever need to email me, dbrasser@westmichiganaviation.org. Here's a link you can check PowerSchool. But down here is probably where you're going to be focusing most of your time as parents. So this one, we've got weeks 1 and 2, so really only 4 overall class periods for this class for this first 2 weeks. So on day 1, you can see we've got some topics, welcome, intro to Canvas, we've made some virtual lockers, and then over here we've got the tasks. So the first one, we wanted to make sure students are in the right section, and then after that I had them complete a virtual locker. I'll show you what the assignments kind of look like later. This week, so if you're watching today on Wednesday, we are wrapping up section 1.1, and then we'll be moving on to section 1.2. And now we've got some separate assignments for those. Again, I'll show you what those look like because right now I'm in a student view and I can't see everything as a student. So I'll show you what it looks like from my end. And then we'll talk about this thing called the homework check and what that looks like in a little bit. Then on Friday, that's when everything is due, 1.1, 1.1, or 1.2 homework, and also the homework check. Again, I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And then there's going to be a 1.1, 1.2 quiz that we're going to be doing at the end of the hour. So as we're going through this class, I'll be adding new weeks at the top here, so I'll probably just push this on down. So then once we get to week 3, it'll have a week 3 week in preview somewhere up here. This is where students are going to be focusing most of their time. They're going to be going to modules. So in modules, it's going to be breaking it down into the various units or the various weeks. Kind of depends on the format. So the first week, we just had a couple non-math assignments to do. So we had the design your locker, the what do you hope to achieve, where they were setting some goals. That was due this past Wednesday, or sorry, that'd be today. But down here is we're gonna be focusing most of our time. So for example, 1.1 parent functions. If you click on that, you'll see we've got some topics we're going to be talking about, our goals for the day. So we've got some things we're learning, like the graphs of parent functions, the names of the parent functions, and how to identify them based off of a graph or an equation. Students can download the blank notes by clicking here, and it'll open it up. And let me actually switch over to the teacher view because it might not always let me show you everything without having to like reauthorize everything every time. So let me go over to the teacher view, and it's going to end up, oh, I was already there, sorry. It's going to be the exact same thing. We're going to do blank notes, and it's going to open up in a new window. It's going to be a file that I've already uploaded to Google Drive. There we go. Now, it's a little clunky because they'll need to open up another window. Don't ask me why Google requires that. But what I'm encouraging students to do is to do as much as possible virtually and digitally this year. So that way we can save paper, but also if we ever need to be away from school for any period of time, we don't need to have papers handed out to us every time. So what I'm going to encourage them is to do is open it up with this thing either called Kami, or some students are preferring DocHub. What this is an annotation app. What it does is take the PDFs that I give out and allows you to draw on them. So for example, we've got some notes here waiting for them to open. There we go. And on the notes, students can draw. Now they have a touch screen, so it's going to be a little easier than for me. But they can draw shapes, like for this one, if they want to draw a line, hopefully they can do a better line than that. Thankfully, they have shape tools where they can draw lines and do a little bit better. So they can annotate using their touchscreen. Again, it's going to be a little easier for them than it is for me on my mouse. Let me erase that stuff. But this is where they can annotate their notes. This is also an app that they can use to annotate on their homework. Let me talk about homework a second. Let me go back to the module. And then in the homework, say, for example, the 1.1 assignment that they started today on Wednesday. The 1.1 assignment, they'll open it up. It looks like this, and it automatically already has it built in here, which is kind of nice. I couldn't do that in the notes section, but I can do it in the homework section. So again, they'll have to open it up in a new window, and then they can open it up again with Cami. But once they've gone through that, they've submitted or they've done all their work for the assignment, what they're going to do is, this is where I need to go back to the student view. Sorry, it's a little clunky right now. On the student view of that assignment, there's an option to submit. Now, it'll be built into this. Now, as a teacher, I can't see the submission, which is kind of weird, but it'll be built into that. So that's where students are going to be finding all the needed information. You'll see we got some key features things here, or that'll be the next section. So the section we do, well, it's also on Wednesday with the videos here. Now, that's one thing I haven't addressed yet. The videos, if a student ever needs to miss class for some reason, or if they decide to go virtual, we do have backups for videos. So what they can do is click on the videos, and it's either myself or Mrs. Walker making these videos for the various lessons, and the students can go through it. Now, it's going to be similar. Let me just mute this. It's going to be similar to what we do in class, but obviously we're losing some engagement between teacher and student. Now, if a student wants to use this for review, that's awesome. If they want to speed me up, they can go to settings, they go to playback speed, and then they can go to like 1.25, where all of a sudden they sound a little more chipmunkish. Of course.
And remember, we're talking about slope. We're talking about as it goes.
Or if I'm going too fast, they can slow me down.
From the left to the right. So like
and the nice thing about this is students can always pause and rewind as much as they need. Now, it's not going to be quite the same as in person, but it's going to be a pretty good effect. A couple other things that the students can do. If you click on grades, it'll show you all assignments that are due or will be due in the near future that have already been assigned. So, for example, this is a test student, so you can't see any actual grades that I've entered. But the Design Your Locker, that was due last week. Now, ideally, I think everybody got a 5 out of 5. So it'd be a 5 here out of 5. And then this is the assignment that was due on Wednesday. So the goal setting, the what did you hope to achieve, and then you can see the other assignments here as well. We just got things synced up with PowerSchool. So anytime I enter a grade in here, it'll also show up in PowerSchool, which is very, very nice. Now, PowerSchool, again, is going to be your main place to check grades, but this is a good place for students because then they can be like, oh, I didn't turn in the 1.1 assignment. Let me go back and see what the 1.1 assignment was. Oh, I didn't submit it. Here's where I need to submit it. So that's one place that students can find. Another thing about this, let me go back to the grades. You'll see over here the weight of the grades. Don't worry about the semester exam yet. But homework's worth 10% of the grade. Quizzes are worth 15%. Projects are also worth 15%. Then tests are going to be an overall 60% of their grade. If you want to see a little more detail in the syllabus, especially previewing what is coming up in this class just in terms of topics, you can click on the syllabus link here. And you can find all that information, including some boilerplate stuff that we use for just our grades in Algebra 2. So that's a brief overview of our class. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at dbrasser@westmichigan.aviation.org. I'm typically on there until at least 3:30 every day, usually a little bit after that. But you can also feel free to email me over the weekends. I might not have a chance to get to it until Monday morning. Thank you and have a great day.